All right, man. So we've got a nice little interview here, and I want to really do this, and I want to find out kind of where your business is at. We already know where your business is going, but I want to know where it's at, and then I want to kind of get the background on kind of where everything's been, with you, and kind of just what led you up to this point. And let's just start it off with this, man. Every investor right now, they're struggling. A lot of investors
Yeah.
are struggling right now, which is not a good thing or whatnot, but we're going to be fixing that issue. Um, what is the major problem that you've been having in your business right now that just really made you go all in with this 90-day challenge? What's the big problem?
I think the biggest problem for me is really just finding the right motivated sellers. I think I'm finding them. Maybe it could be just my approach to them that's not working out the way I would like it to. Um, but I think as far as finding the leads, I don't think there's a shortage of that. I think it's just maybe my approach to it,
Gotcha. What are you
to them.
doing? What are you doing right now?
Uh, I'm doing some cold calling,
Okay.
and then but primarily door knocking. So
Okay.
kind of just showing up cold to the door.
Gotcha. So you're just showing up. So are you just like randomly just knocking doors, or like do you have like an agenda, like a
Oh, I
that
have
you're.
an
So you've
yeah, I have
got
an
you're on like
agenda.
who are you targeting?
I'm going after. There's pre-foreclosures, but lately it's been a lot of list pendants.
Gotcha.
HOAs are foreclosing on a lot of properties out here.
Gotcha. Uh,
Condos are hot. So
gotcha. So you're the one knocking on the doors.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. So tell me about that. So you're going and you're knocking on a door. Tell me about, like, it sounds like you're striking out a lot. I mean, is that accurate?
yeah, yeah. It
So
is.
have you had success with this into the past?
In the past, no. I've been doing this since October of last year,
Okay.
and right now I've been able to get a total of two properties in contract,
Okay.
and only one of them is closing, and that one actually closes tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Um, so there's been a lot of doors and a lot of strikeouts for this one win. So
Gotcha. What does that one win bring you in, profit wise?
uh, profit wise, total it's going to bring in roughly 19,000.
So 19K. How many doors
Yeah.
would you say that you've knocked on to make that 19K? Dude, just shoot
Ah,
me straight.
jeez. Since October, I think, gosh, I think conservatively it's going to be roughly, I'll probably say 500.
Are
It,
you kidding me?
it,
500 doors since October for 19 G's?
I want to say roughly that, yeah,
If,
because
oh my
I'm sure
gosh.
it's more. I'm sure it's more because like I said on my initial call or my application, I'm doing this like 6, 7 days a week. There's been a couple times where I've taken a few days off just to kind of clear the brain, and because after all those strikeouts, kind of sometimes you just need to hit refresh and kind of study up on some things, see where I could polish up on,
Yeah.
and and yeah,
Well,
so
dude, I will say this about you. You're not the type of person that's just gonna sit there and give up. I mean, you know what I mean?
no,
You're
like
you're not.
I can't remember the gentleman's name I was talking to on the phone, because this is my third job, so to speak. I don't know if I want to label it as a job. Uh, I separated with my employer back in October of 13 years, multi-unit restaurant management, and I decided just to jump into this. So if I see it's working, I'm not going to quit. If I see a
Gotcha.
future, I'm not going to quit. So
Gotcha. So, dude, I mean, you've worked a system. We've knocked on 500 plus doors. We did get a deal out
yeah,
of this whole thing. So that is a good. That is a little win that we had with that. Has it been frustrating by you doing
oh
this?
yeah.
And like, talk to me about that. Like, talk to me about that. Like, you're knocking up on doors. Like, do you got anything going through your head? Like, yes, I'm sure this guy's gonna tell me no, or like what's going through your head? Like, what is this? What does it feel like?
In all honesty, I think the moment I get out the door, I try to picture them saying yes, or at least getting an appointment set, or getting a phone number, or something along those lines for the follow up. But I think honestly, when the conversation actually starts, I think that's where I don't. It's kind of weird to say, but I don't have like a vision in my head. It's kind of just like blank space. It's like I'm just talking. I don't know what I'm. kind of black out, so to speak.
Gotcha.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Gotcha. So the frustration that you've got, I mean, talk to me about that. Like, dude, you're keep pulling through this thing, but it's got to be just frustrating. Like, are you having any doubt in your mind or anything like that going on, or?
I definitely don't have any doubt in my mind. Sometimes I doubt my own skills, so to speak, but I don't have any doubt in my mind just because I try to surround myself with. I've told a few people in the past where I used to listen to music all the time. I stopped because like the whole negativity sometimes, whatever. So I've been listening to a lot of podcasts that kind of talk about a bunch of winning as far as wholesales go and different techniques, different deals, those types of things. But it's frustrating on my end because I'm not having that same success. And ideally, I guess I should be doing marketing, which I'm not doing. So that could probably contribute to my failure. But some of the other things is just really, I wouldn't say it's tough. It's just pep talking yourself. Once you get the no, or I'm not selling, those types of things, and you get back in the car, it's like brush it off and all right, let's go to another one.
Yep.
Just
So
keep going every day.
yeah. So if you had to like sum this thing up, man, like and kind of like look at like you've knocked on a lot of doors, you've talked to a lot of people. What is the core thing that these like what is the main thing that these sellers are telling you right now that's basically leading to no deals? I mean, they should be motivated, but do you feel that
Right.
they are motivated, and like what's the one core thing that these guys are like telling you?
Well, I think if it goes to pre-foreclosures, the biggest one is a lot of saying, and it's a good thing, but they're getting a little modification, so they're fixing it. Um, and majority of them have. I think there's only been a few that I've talked to who said they were fixing it or told me to get away from their house, where they actually let it go to the bank. But I think as far as like list pendants or any tax tax liens, property tax liens, they just don't want to sell at the time.
Are they asking retail? Those type of people, are they kind of asking, demanding retail? Or are they
Uh,
just not open to selling?
some are just not open to selling. Because I would say the homes that I've been going to, they're not the prettiest, which I think is good in some cases. But so I don't think any of the ones I've talked to would ask for retail. Some of them, they like. There's one gentleman who is asking for retail just because he lives in a kind of a area where a lot of homes are skyrocketing in value. Unfortunately, his needs a lot of work, so I think that's the only one that's really kind of asked close for retail.
Gotcha. So point blank, dude, why did you join this challenge? I mean, you applied, you hit me up on social, kind of told you the best advice that I could give you to be on time with your interview and everything else. Have you seen how many applications we've got for this, by the way? And you're one of the first 30 to get in.
That's awesome. I haven't seen how many. I think last time I checked, there was already 200. I think that was like a day or two ago.
Yeah,
Uh,
we're well above that.
yeah,
We're probably at I'll give you an exact number, but it's like close to like almost 300 apps
that's awesome.
that we've got from this yet, and you were one of the lucky ones that got into this, dude. Why did you apply? Like, why did you apply? Why are you here right now?
Well, the reason I'm applying is just because I wouldn't say I'm tired of striking out. Like I always try to think positive and see positive in strikeouts, but the funds are kind of getting tight now, even though I have one win coming in my pocket tomorrow. But I want something that sustains. Going roughly, gosh, almost 7 months without gaining any income, that can be tough on the family and myself. It's just me and my wife right now, but we have plans for the future, and
Of course.
I want to make this work. I don't want to go back to restaurants. I
No,
know
we
this works, and that's why I want to do this.
gotcha. So dude, let's. I already know one of your big challenges, and I'm not going to say it here on this. I mean,
Right.
of where we're going to hit starting April 2nd. But I actually feel very confident that by just doing that one approach, I don't think that we really need to change too many systems, but there is some tweaking and whatnot that we've got to do. Um, this challenge kicks off on April 2. Okay, so here in a
Nice.
couple weeks, it kicks off April 2. Now, there's a lot of stuff that we've got to do before then. I mean, because April 2, I'm ready to run. I mean, I'm already running, and I know that you and everybody else that we've accepted into this is going to be running just as fast as everybody else, to do as many deals as we possibly can and fit it around everybody's schedule with this. Um, we're going to be ending July 2nd. Okay, so July
Okay.
2nd, we're going to be ending this thing. And I want you to visualize, I want you to think about this. And, when we turn around your business, okay, when your business is totally different, what does your business look like on July 2nd? Like, envision, fast forward and like, what do you want your business to look like July 2?
I envision having a team. I think that's the thing that I see. That way, I feel like I'm a good manager of systems and as well as a doer and my executor. So I think having a team to where I can lead and also be out there in the trenches, just gaining the wins. That's why I envision. And I don't have my mindset strictly on the money part. I just have my mindset on just getting the wins in volume. I think that's the biggest piece.
You know why I know you're going to win and why you're going to win really, really big? You said something in this call that you probably didn't even pick up that you even said, but I listened to every single word that everybody, says to me. And you said something in this about all of these 500, doors plus that you've knocked on. And I asked you, like what these people are experiencing and everything else. And you said
Mm-hmm.
that it's a good thing that they're doing their loan modification. And that told me one
Yeah.
thing. That told me that you care about your sellers, and you know people don't understand, but we're not into a business really of, anything other than fixing problems. I mean,
Right.
and we've got to get with you and a lot better at, getting better leads and everything else to go out there and knock the doors. But dude, the truth of it is that we're in a business of solving problems, and you care about your sellers, and so many investors they don't. So many
Yeah.
investors they get the profit that, caught up into their head. Well, I can make $19,000 on one wholesale deal, and you're doing that right now. But the truth of it is, dude, like, I guarantee you that $19,000, you had to solve that person's problem of some sort. You
Yeah.
had to solve their problem. What was their problem, by the way?
They were going to lose it to the HOA community, but the problem also is he has a fourplex and also another condo he's living in.
Yep.
Property taxes aren't being paid, so us buying this condo, we got it under contract for $60,000, and it was free and clear. So now he's able to pay off property taxes for those and also have a place to live because the HOA community, oddly enough, is the same as the one that we bought. That
Mm.
also controls his one he's living in, so they were buckling down on him. So
Gotcha. So, I mean, that's the key. I mean, if anybody wants to know the key of real estate, it's fixing somebody's problems and not getting so caught up in, the big problem, the profits and everything else. We just
yeah,
did a wholesale deal where we made 53,000 bucks on it. We double
that's
closed that
awesome.
thing. But dude, and the seller, I mean, they showed us a stack of direct mail that they had. Now, we didn't find the
Mm-hmm.
deal through direct mail by any means, but they showed us a stack, and that stack of those people, they couldn't fix this person's problem. They had four things that they had to fix, and we were the only company. Okay, and we don't advertise ourselves as a company, but we were the only individuals that were really willing to fix those four problems that they had, and we got the deal. And dude, we stole it. I mean, clearly. I mean, we stole the thing.
Right.
We bought it for 110. The thing all fixed up and it needs about 30 grand of work. Was worth 240, and we're buying it at what,
Jeez.
30 some cents onto the dollar. I mean, it's just stupid. But we fixed the person's problem, and that's the key of it. So, dude, that's awesome. Is there any questions that you might have for me while you've got me on the line? And obviously, you know that you can come to me anytime between now and really ever. But I'm here to help you do deals and whatnot. Just hit me up into the Facebook group. But is there any questions that you have for me right now that just kind of might be lingering through your head?
I think a lot of my questions would be just like strategies and those types of things that I know I'll be learning in the next 90 days once the program starts. So I don't know if that'd be appropriate to ask right now, but
So
so with that
actually,
said, I don't.
we kick off the very first week. We have 2 webinars with me,
Mhm.
and that's going to be one of the things that we do. Strategy. What are we going to be working on? And then we're going to be
Right.
building you a custom playbook that is going to be set, to make you just win very, very big. And that's what that's how we started off. Strategy, playbook, and then we execute. But there is going to be a lot of things. Go into the Facebook group right now. Check there's a file box in there,
Hmm.
and there's a file box with all of the
I think there's
different.
some terms in there.
Well, there's terms and
Definitely.
there's terms just to kind of get to know, familiar with or whatnot. But then there's also there's a screenshot of a mind map that I put in there as well,
Awesome.
which is, all the different things. Like if you can talk to anybody, here's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strategies that we're going to be focusing on that will work. And then if you can't talk to anybody, I think there's like, I don't know, maybe 12 things, something like that you should be thinking about. So here's what you should be doing is think about, obviously you can talk to anybody. So go into that and into the Facebook group, look at that branch where it says if you can talk to anybody, like which one of those approaches are you actually going to be working? And I'll tell you a really, really good one for you. Since you're doing door knocking or whatever, something that we've had huge, huge success with, and we're gonna. I don't know if this is going to be one of your things. I mean, we have to do a little bit more research about you and kind of your
Right.
strengths and weaknesses and whatnot. But I'll tell you just right off if you really liked door knock, dude, one of a good one would be for you, because we already do this, would be to door knock people that are going to the sheriff's sale auction. People that are
Yeah.
going to those, we have huge, huge wins with that. And most of the people, we have 2 different systems to get sheriff sales before they go to sheriff sales, and door knocking is actually one of them. So just be thinking about that. Look at that, all those different systems that we could be doing. I would like you to do one probably door knocking and one that's not door knocking. I don't want to put all of our eggs in that one basket. I want to do 2 different things.
Right.
But that would be a good list per se to go after, is the people that are losing their properties, just getting them a little bit after the stage where you're getting them right now. You're getting them
Hmm.
pre-foreclosure. Let's get them a little bit after that, when they really, really, really have, their loan modification didn't work and everything else. Like, we're just going to be putting some twist onto what you're already doing, dude, and we are going to have some wins. We're going to have a lot of wins
Beautiful.
with it. So, cool, dude. Well, if you need anything else, hit me up in the Facebook group. Go out there and check out that file box in there. And, dude, I look forward to kicking it off with you on April
Yeah,
2.
me too.
Cool.
It's exciting.
Yep. Peace, bro. See you, man.
All right. Take care.
See ya.